So I have a NRL match coming up. One of the issues with the NRL shooters I've seen is a lot of times they spend fighting their bags. They're in Montana. They're called Warhorse Development. They have a couple different offerings. I'll put a link to their website. Excellent customer service, Chaz and Don. They sent a nice signed letter. Contacted them inquiring about a new bag that I wanted. So this is the BBKM2. It's their new style bag. These are like, they almost look like a tooth, lovingly referred to as udder bags. Excellent quality, made in America, handmade to order. They do have some in inventory or stock. Sometimes they have some on sale. There's a little bit of a lead time, but it's not bad. It's like a couple weeks. I've got two different styles here. This is the previous one I have. They're not making this design anymore because they have improved it. I often use this bag as a rear rest, and I find that it's very versatile. You can lay it on its side, or a lot of times I just rest the rear of the rifle off of one of these udders. Really nice friction pads that they have on some of their bags. This bag is very heavy, and one of the mistakes that I made is that they do sell their bags with some QD options, which is very versatile and it gets you more use out of your bag. The other thing with this bag that I didn't do the first one, I did not get their GIT-LITE, which is a type of fill that is very, very light. So just for comparison between the weights on getting GIT-LITE fill and just using the regular fill, this bag, old bag that I have, is about 4.25 pounds. It does have some heft to it. This new bag I got, the BBKM2, with it's got two different sewn in QD points, and then you wrap this up over the handguard or the top of the rail and lock it into the side here. So the QD does add a tiny bit of weight, but not much. You see here, it's got that friction stitching, so you get a little bit, if you put this on a barricade or something, it is a little bit more friction than just the wax canvas. And this is extremely light. Yeah, just right at about 2 pounds. Even if you don't think you're gonna be using the QD system, I still recommend that you get it so you can work into that later depending on what you end up doing. It is more expensive. The GIT-LITE fill is more expensive. These bags are not cheap, but they are excellent quality. All the stitching is really excellent. Everything is just executed perfectly. It's really just a pride of manufacturing just to get something like this. It's this well put together. You can get Chinese bags. There's a bunch of other companies making bags that are more like mass produced, it feels. I have some other ones, but nothing comes to the level of these Warhorse Development that I've found. And there's a story behind each bag, the names behind each bag. It's really cool. They, Warhorse, you know, the horses that were used in different wars and conflicts. You go on their website and you can read about what the name means, and there's some cool history and tradition there. One thing that they did provide, which I was not expecting, they did give the QD attachments. There's 2 of them, and they are M-LOK. So that was very kind of them to throw those in. So this is sewn in on the back side here, this nylon strap, and then there's a QD mount in the bag here. So you pull it over your handguard and then get this strap tight to where there's pretty much no slack and you're out of the magazine well. You'll get your QD mounts lined up to where the other QD attachment points are. So the QD mounts they give you, you can go either in between, like I put this one right in between, or you can go right onto the rail. So you can see, you can fit it right on a slot, or you can fit it in between. So I've got those put on now. Just remember you're using steel screws with a steel pin onto usually an aluminum handguard. So snug plus 1/4, somewhere around there. You don't have to use thread locker if you don't want to, but it's optional. I've found mostly that I've never really needed thread locker on M-LOK that's tightened correctly. So you can see here now what the advantage of this system is. that the bag travels with the rifle. I mean, their system is excellent. There could be a couple little things that would make it even more versatile, but I don't care. I don't really need it. One thing I probably would add is a little slack holder. I have a bunch of those with my other bags. I can throw one on there just to tuck that in, no problem. Perhaps if there was another clip here so you could take this off, but again, that's not necessary. You could always just run this open. And then for me, the slack in the QD is perfect, and I think it's going to be perfect for almost every rifle. If you got some big honker, you may have to squeeze up a little bit more, but you can see you can change the slack just by articulating the bag a little bit, and then you can get either more or less slack, and it will conform to the shape of the handguard and give you a little bit of compliance that is resting on the QD mounts. Or you could move the QD mounts plus or minus a little bit to get a little bit more attention on the bag. The main benefit of something like this, so anytime you come up to an obstacle, you got the bag already ready to go. A lot of times you'll see guys fighting, oh, I gotta get my bag on, oh, I have to adjust it, and this is just ready to go. You can move it up and down your rail however you shoot. You can switch it between guns if you have some more QD mounts or you reuse it. And then you do have some pushing against the barricade. You can use just one of these nipples on the udder. So there is some versatility. And for most outdoor shooting, rocks, branches, whatever, these little udders just sort of hug over, or if it's a bigger barricade or rest, then they just fold flat. So one of the improvements here was the udders on the BBKM2 are a little bit shorter. So they're like 3 inches, and the old style bags, this Clede bag, these are like 4 inches. So once in a while, these would kind of get in the way, whatever. I mean, those are nice too. You can leave them, or you can just hold them, and then you can set down wherever you want. But for running in the field, they have a pretty cool video on their website of the use. Then having it attached to your rifle, using the light filling to where it's about 2 pounds is really great. So, one trick here to get the back tensioned, set the bag onto a surface that's supporting the weight of the rifle, and then you can pull this strap tight, and then you can get it really, really snug. Better, I think, than the AREA419 rail clamp bag. That's expensive, and it's not as nice of a bag, and you're kind of stuck with a small bag using that. So I think this is a better system. Check out Warhorse development. You may find a really excellent quality bag for the money that works better for you. The thing here is, I mean, it's part of the rifle now, so if I don't want to use it, and I don't want to have to throw it in my pack or whatever, I mean, I'm good to go. Just leaving it here, or really easy, just a few seconds I can take it off and put it in my pack or whatever. I'll put what color this is, but the wax canvas it came out really nice. I mean, they're just great, you know. Check them out, order a bag if you need one. Keep them in mind if you're looking for a new bag. Thank you everybody for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate your support.